So we're here with Doc Mack, and Doc, I caught you just as I was about to leave. A little primer, I have a YouTube channel called King of Nerds. I just basically talk about virtual reality. I'm an old dude, I'm 47. This, when I was a kid, was my dream. In fact, because of this arcade, and as I was telling you about John's arcade, I now have an arcade of about 20 plus cabinets in my basement. And my first visit was about 3 years ago. I saw the Donkey Kong and sat there and just like worshiped at that idol. And I just had to get it. So because of the Galloping Ghost, because of your efforts, I have an arcade in my basement, right?
That is awesome.
It is, man. I love it. I'm sure you get this question all the time. What's your elevator pitch of what the Galloping Ghost is in your place in it?
So the Galloping Ghost Arcade, we're the largest arcade in the world right now with 834 arcade machines.
Wow.
It's a free play arcade, so it's 20 bucks to get in and then you're good all day. We went that route before anybody was doing that. That was kind of, the industry really thought it wasn't going to work. Mm-hmm. And we wanted people to be here all day playing games that they'd never heard of. And that was bringing in rare games and stuff from Japan, having strong ties with a lot of people in the industry, and running tournaments, keeping scores on everything, and just having cool events. And that was kind of the inception of it.
And when did that start?
August 13th, 2010. We started with 130 machines, and we just put our 834th machine on the floor yesterday. So unfortunately, there's so much stuff. What we used to be able to keep up with everything going on on our Facebook and our website and everything. There's so much going on here on any given day that it is so difficult to keep everybody informed of what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Since the arcade inception, we're now 6 businesses on Ogden, and a scoring house as well.
So are you keeping high score records a la Twin Galaxies?
So Twin Galaxies was pretty much the only option and it was the most credible option when we opened. Mm-hmm. So as we progressed, we started setting a lot of world records here. Arcade really became this great place for us to get our scores out there and keep it in a legitimate manner. As we helped so many other arcades open and high scores became so important, arcade really became much more important to us as well. So we ended up buying the company from him. We've got over 500 world records that have been set here, plus at all the other locations. So when you look at other scoring houses, we acknowledge all of their world records as long as they have proper adjudication practices in place.
Since this is a virtual reality channel, is there one or more CADs here that you would say gives you that VR feel, like maybe when you were a kid when you saw it, or even now?
So, VR in general, it's come so amazingly far. Is the not too distant. Coming from not too long ago, it's come a long ways, and you start seeing a lot more places. As the visuals have improved, even when Virtual Fighter came out, it felt more like immersive. There's games like Beachhead where you had the helmet on and you're rotating and it's spinning around. You can see it coming together. Games like Metal Gear where you had the headset and the motion controls and everything.
It always felt like we were almost there.
Almost.
But it was like 5 years. Another 5 years. Okay, maybe another 10 years. And then it finally happened, right? So in 2016, we had a combination of like the Vive and we had the Oculus, and then they've grown. Where's your modern gameplay? Do you still just stick the cabinets into the pins, or do you have consoles at home? Do you have a VR headset?
I do. I have a PlayStation VR.
Okay.
I'm a diehard Resident Evil fan.
Of course.
And Resident Evil 7, literally only got it because Resident Evil 7 was there.
Could you finish it?
I finished it.
Really?
It was. You hear people like, oh, I have a problem doing it. Like they're not used to it.
Sure.
No problem at all.
Yeah.
It was. It made the game. I couldn't even play it not in VR when I went back to try to play it. We've actually filmed other people because it's such an experience. We've had 2 of the legends of Mortal Kombat. We had Master Daniel Pesina.
I've met him.
Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile. We've had John Parrish, who played Jax. Because there's so many jump scares and cool things,
Yes.
we actually filmed them playing
Really?
Resident Evil 7 with the VR helmet. And just seeing them get used to it and looking around and be like, wait, it was something they had never tried.
Oh, no.
So they're like looking up and seeing the scene and they're like, wow, this is really impressive.
Those guys have instincts that I don't have. So were any fists flying? Did you see any kicks or anything?
They were pretty cool. If you're
Really?
walking around some freaky old abandoned house, they're probably who you'd want to see.
Yeah.
So they're pretty cool comic collection.
Wow, that's so great. Well, so now you may not know this about Resident Evil 4. That's the one, not 8, the one that's now in a village, but the one that was in a village. That's got the guy with the chainsaw and the bag on his head. That's coming to the Quest now, and I think it's like any day now.
Yeah.
You know, so would you buy an Oculus Quest just for that if it doesn't come out for PlayStation VR?
And I heard that was coming out. I was so excited for it.
Yeah.
I might.
Yeah.
Right now, lately, I haven't had as much time to be playing console stuff.
How could you, man?
It's exciting to see.
Yeah.
Because I love Resident Evil 4 and to have a VR version of it.
Sure.
It's just that one step further.
Yeah. So we're old men. We're sitting down. We're looking back. What do you think we're going to have by the time we're in our 70s or 80s?
Well, as the visuals keep getting better and better, the audio is amazing. It's hard to say. Like, technology is moving so quick.
Yeah.
And you can look at screenshots of games and it's hard to distinguish whether that's rendered or it's real life.
Yeah.
When you have it in an immersive VR headset and everything's moving together, the audio is right there. Who knows? Like it's like you said, like they've been trying to do like 3D glasses for the longest time.
Yeah.
Since the Genesis days, Master System.
Yeah.
And you know where they wanted to go.
Yeah.
It's so hard to gauge where it'll hit.
Yeah.
We've seen some new like arcades games that are trying to be more and more immersive and 4D stuff.
Sure.
Who knows where and when it'll pop up and who'll do it to that next level.
Oh, sure. So Chicago is, because of Midway, Valley Midway, I mean, in a way, kind of, at least if not the center, if one of the tent poles of the entire arcade industry, because you had NBA Jam, and you had the Aerosmith game, whose name I can't think of. You had so many of them developed here. Now, you've had those guys that are just now retired, right? And they have hardware, or they have knowledge. And like they see the value in the Galloping Ghost, and they just come here and say, take it, right?
A lot of them do. We are very fortunate because we have our production company. We've known a lot of those guys for a long time.
Right.
And the arcade gets it's that opportunity to revisit all those old games and put them in front of new people. And it really has shown that they stand the test of time.
Sure.
And to finally be able to bring them from behind the game design scenes to out in front to meet all their fans that most of them never knew that they had has been just a tremendous thing.
Yeah.
And it's some of them guys like just true legends of the industry like Eugene Jarvis.
Oh my God, right?
He's in charge of Rockville, so he's still making games.
Right here in Chicago, right?
Right here in Chicago.
Yeah.
With George Petro over at Play Mechanics.
Okay.
So those guys they were around when, like, it made Robotron.
Yeah.
Like
Smash TV.
Smash TV.
Yeah.
They're still doing what they love after all these years. And
That's
still
huge.
Innovating and bringing new things to the industry that are making people happy for forever.
So do you still kind of fanboy out when you see some of these guys?
I do. I honestly do. It's you look at these games that, again, they've been around for some of these games 30, 35 years. And people are still traveling from across all over the world to come play them here.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I'll walk into my office and there'll be Jeff Lee sitting on my couch just playing guitar.
That's
nuts. I think Hubert, and he's just sitting in my office hanging out.
Oh, God.
It's been so amazing to get to work with some of them. We got to work with Brian Colin, who made Rampage with our production company. We put out a game from 1984 that was supposed to be on Laserdisc. and it got scrapped. Like they ended up not making it.
So many of them are like, they're at the goal line too. They're almost finished.
Well, that one, it was shot like a movie. So he he was filming for a long time, and they shot the whole thing on 16 millimeter.
Oh, wow.
And he still had all the footage. So we came up with this, we teamed up, and it was Galloping Ghost Productions and Game Refuge, and we put the game out. We have it here at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. We did an actual cabinet release, so arcades all over the U.S. have it.
That's amazing, man. And so do you have your Mystery Mondays, right?
Every Monday, yes.
And at the Mystery Mondays, you bring out a game that is, well, I guess how would you describe it?
Monday Mystery Game. Every week, 5 p.m., we add a new game to the arcade floor. So we go to the vaults and pick a game, and we get it ready for Monday. And then we have a big unveiling on Twitch. And we have a contest, who can get the highest score by the end of the night. So all the top players, everybody's usually there.
Yeah.
Not even just the top players, just people who want to check and see what the newest game is. So
I feel like you are bringing back this massive, it's not even nostalgia anymore, because you're recreating it, you know, or you're bringing out new games. I mean, like Arcade 1-Up, they owe you a debt. I'm sorry, you know, because there are even guys that they get into Arcade 1-Up and then they come here and then they're they start, you know, like Arcade 1-Up's enough. But then I think they finally see the one cabinet that maybe they kind of got them going, and then they go and they find it. And then they have that at home, and before you know it, they're filling their basement like this idiot, you know? How would you describe where you are, the number? So
we're at 9415 Ogden Avenue in Brookfield, Illinois.
Okay.
We're open 365 days a year.
Okay.
We've got our pinball place 2 blocks down the street with 43 pins, and I'd say 834 games today at the arcade, but Monday's right around the corner, so it'll be 8:35.
Oh. Man, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Really do appreciate you, and I appreciate everything you're doing here.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
If I hadn't been so busy talking, I might have noticed I have to get on my computer.
You got in there so fast. Sorry, buddy. Oh, you're wrong. Oh, so close.